Now this is exactly how traffic looked at around 11 o'clock this morning. Of course, it's backed up because Pratt Street is blocked off. As a matter of fact, where the World Trade Center building is about the last block of Pratt Street that you can use during the entire time of the Baltimore City Fair. Of course, Baltimore City Police say use your own common sense about traffic problems down here. If you know the fair is in this area, east downtown, then try not to drive down that way. Use streets or use alternate routes that are up in the northern part or the west part of Baltimore. But as far as parking is concerned, just what rule of thumb would you use for the fair?
My best suggestion is park, north of the downtown area on some side streets and open parking lots.
Don't try to find a parking spot real close to the fair because you just won't find it.
Just won't find it down here. Not today anyway.
And also may run the risk of getting a ticket, I guess.
You will get a ticket plus get impounded.
So basically what you have to do is just use, I guess, common sense, knowing that there's going to be mobs of people, hundreds of thousands of people, knowing that there's going to be a lot of cars, and knowing that parking is going to be rather scarce. Just leave early, give yourself plenty of time to get down here, and figure that you are going to have to wait in a little traffic, and that you are going to have to find, or have some trouble finding a parking space. This is Kurt Anderson on the scene down at the Baltimore City Fair.
I love Baltimore. All together now. I love Baltimore!
And so it began with a bang from the cannons and a whimper from the crowd over the light rain that fell all day. But as the pennants on the Pride officially opened the fair, we got to remember what, for some of us, the whole thing is all about. Oh, sure, I know, it's the neighborhoods that got it started and give it life, and it's the crafts and institutions that give it relevance and value, and it's the international village that makes it cosmopolitan. But it's the goodies we go for. It's a good thing that most of us remember how much fun the city fair is, because today it was hard to find much joy in the rain. The stages were full, but the seats were empty, and the silver lining for eaters was no lines for food. For vendors, that wasn't so great, except one.
Raincoats and umbrellas right here.
Honest, it's supposed to get better tomorrow and Sunday. It's only today that this T-shirt may have said what we all felt when we got to go home. I'm Andrew Barth on the scene at the City Fair. Susan, when you talk about neighborhoods, you just have to look at the architecture and you'll know right away, of course, this is Ridgely's Delight. Or if not, we'll make it perfectly clear. When you get out to the neighborhood exhibit, you'll find again the orange and white striped canvas roofs that you'll remember from other years. You'll see neighborhoods like Govans that are already in here, and Hampton, which has got a nice art design here about some of the best things in their neighborhood. You walk along and you'll come over here to Chinkapin Park where they're having a plant sale. The plants got a little bit overwatered sometime this morning when it did rain, but you can see everybody is still here and making do, and enthusiasm is obviously still pretty good. You got a lot of plants?
Sure do.
How many fairs have you been here for?
4. This is the 4th one.
This is my 12th, so I don't regard you as a veteran yet, but you've certainly had enough experience. Have you found a lot of people interested in plants and in coming and seeing all the exhibits?
Yeah, Chinkapin Park has been participating in the fair for what? Is this the 12th year? Yeah, for the community. And yeah, we get a lot of interest. We get people who keep returning to our booth.
Good. Well, we will certainly do that and maybe get some mums for later on in the fall. Susan, I haven't found anybody to share crab cakes and cookies with yet, but we'll certainly work on that. I'm Andrew Barth on the scene at the City Fair.
One good thing about where the amusement rides are located this year, especially on a rainy day, is that there is solid macadam underfoot. As far as the new twist for paying for the rides, fair officials are trying a new method for the first time. One ticket buys an unlimited supply of ups and downs, twists and turns. The ticket to the amusement rides costs $5. You can't get in to where the rides are without the $5 ticket. It's supposed to save money and a lot of hassle. However, you also have to buy the $5 admission ticket to the amusement park to be able to play the games of chance. And the operators of these midway booths don't like that at all and think it will cut down on their business.
As you look at it as being a concessionaire, somebody who's going to pay $5 just to play a ride the rides, they're not going to be wanting to play the games, because you figure they come in and spend $5, they get to ride all the rides they want to, no admission charge, no tickets on the rides, right? So that's $5 out of their pocket they're not going to have to play toward the games, right? So, that's up to them, really.
But those operating the rides are thrilled about the new pay once policy.
Yeah, because I think people can ride the rides as much as they want, many times as they want, and they can really come down here for 5 hours and really enjoy the day, especially the way money is nowadays.
And you don't have to take tickets.
That's right, now I have to collect all the tickets.
And so for one $5 ticket, you can go on all the rides as many times as you like. So I'll see you next Monday. I'm Susan White Bowden at the Baltimore City Fair.
We can remember this place when there wasn't anything here except a bunch of rotting piers, sunken boats, dirty water, and then this change came about, and we took all that away and opened this area up so that people could come down here.
That's all right. Wait,
Balloons are flying high over the Inner Harbor waters this weekend, supplied by the American Cafe, one of the establishments that has benefited from the creation of Harbor Place. It's the tourist attraction's third birthday, and in those 3 years, the entire downtown area has undergone a transformation.
We can remember this place when there wasn't anything here except a bunch of rotting piers, sunken boats, dirty water, and then this change came about, and we took all that away and opened this area up so that people could come down here. This Harbor Place in 3 years has brought 54 million people to this area. 54 million people to this area.
It's brought 2,700 jobs to the downtown district, business for the World Trade Center, and practically continuous full-house reservations for the new Hyatt Regency. It's drawn profits for pavilion shops.
There's always tons of people that are down here in the shops and everything. 5 years ago, you would have never seen people like this down here.
What do you think about this location, having your shop right here in this little pavilion?
It's a great location. There's a lot of tourists coming through. This is a good place to have a store.
We get a lot of out-of-towners, and we get a lot of business people on the weekdays that work down here.
And loads of weekend mariners.
So I've known Baltimore Harbor for approximately 40 years, and it's one of the finest places to come now that I've ever docked. I've been coming here for the past 5, tying up on the bulkhead, and it's really lovely.
The accessible base for this entire area has doubled and tripled in the time that it's been here. But the most important thing, when I look out at you, I can see that you enjoy being down here at a place called Harbor Place in the city of Baltimore, and there's no other one like it in the world. No other place like it in the world.
And so today, the mayor cut a 700-pound cake in honor of Harbor Place, and people were able to literally take a slice of the city home with them. Celebrations continue throughout the weekend. Lynn Alexander, News Scene 2.